Yes, hi guys. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to Mighty Profits Online, and you're here with Peter, which is myself. Um, Throughout the last couple videos that I posted, to keep you guys updated with online blogging, all the tips, techniques, tutorials I'm recently bringing in for you guys. Today I want to bring in a subject that I already talked about in my kind of mentioned in my previous video, and that's the thing about branding. So it goes back to the video of products and having that product, and then now you're going to give it a little branding behind the product, which is your product, so to speak. So let's start off here with the word branding here. Okay, so when you create a brand, you're actually creating a product that you want to present to the customers, and it's about you. It's about your brand. It's about your image, your logo, everything that comes in or with your business. We want it to be professional. You want it to be concise. You want people to know about it, and also you want it to expand. Okay, so just like a lot of the companies out there, they use logos, they use business cards, they use different kind of marketing techniques. In this case, we're building an online business through blogging, so we want to create a brand that we can eventually use social media, which is like YouTube is one of it, Twitter, Facebook, all those things in between that you can use to advertise your brand. So several things when it comes to building a brand. You want to have a name brand. So let's start with a name here. Okay, the name of your brand has to be something that's influential, something that's meaningful to you, to yourself, before you can transmit it to others, for your viewers. Eventually they become your customers and your buyers in the long run. So you need to give it a name, and you can't just give it any name. You want to give it a meaningful name, something that's down to the point. You know, this is something that you have to brainstorm. You have to take notes. Like for me, when I first started, even before I came up with the name Mighty Profits Online, I actually went through a lot of other names and I brainstormed. I used several names like Peter Guru, Freedom Course. But again, anything like that, you got to check out online to make sure that you check up on the website to make sure that's not taken, or even on YouTube too. Try to type it in to see that nobody else has it, because what it does is once the person has it already and you're trying to brand something up with that name, then it's going to be a copyright matter, and then you don't want to go into legal issues with that, so to speak. Okay, so make sure you do your research. Make sure you type it up. You research that nobody has that name. Make sure it's not incorporate. Like let's say it's Coca-Cola or something, big Sony. You don't want to use that in your names, exact phrases. You want to change it around to yours, so to speak, and it's a name that nobody has too. It can be a 2-word name. It can be a 1-word name. It can be a 3-4-word name. Okay, so depending, the longer the better, the shorter the sweeter, but sometimes you got to check it out too. So make sure you don't get into copyright problems, guys. That's not the route we want to go. Okay, so the name, so let's say if you're writing about, I'm not even going to mention my brand here, but let's say if you're a baker, for example. Let's take a baker for example. You are a baker. Okay, and you bake treats, desserts, anything within that frames, muffins, donuts. Okay, and let's say that's what you like doing. Okay, and you want to make it into a brand. So somehow along the ways, when you're doing your brainstorming, you can list them down. Donuts, muffin, cookies as well. So cookies, danishes, if you like danishes, can put that as well, danishes, and then etc. And you want to give it a brand. Some people use their name. You can also use your own name, so to speak, and incorporate to the business. Like I know other people have used it as well. Like let's say for example Wendy's, through Dave Thomas foundation, he used his daughter's name, Wendy, as part of his franchise, which today is known as Wendy's, selling those burgers, French fries, and drinks as a combo, dessert, and they're expanding into salads and everything like that in between. So you can give it a name, give it a meaningful name. Some people use their own name, their daughter's name, their wife's name, make something that's meaningful, okay? It's got to be meaningful to you for it to work. If it's not meaningful to you, it's just a name that you're putting it out there that nobody has passionate for it. So that word is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna put it down. Make sure it's passionate, okay? Okay. Make sure you do your research. So I'm gonna put it as well, research, and not taken, okay? So that's really important. Not taken. And we don't want any legal problems, okay? Copyright. So once you establish the name and you had the name, you incorporated that name. If you go to like your lawyer and you incorporate it in the future, and you want to represent it as your business online name or like a everyday business name, then you have to go through the lawyers and then have it incorporated or some sort. If it's sole proprietor, it's one person. If it's a partnership, it's 2 person and more. And if it's a corporation, it's going to be more than, it's going to be a bundle of people in there with the shareholders and everybody who has a percentage of the business, okay? So once you have that name, another thing that I'm going to give you a tip on the side is that you want to add, once you come with that name and you want to establish that name, we want to put another word that people will remember. Like, and you notice if in my brand I put Mighty Profits Online, I do that for a reason. So let's put it all down here on the whiteboard here. So Mighty Profits Online. So those three words right there, it's meaningful to me, and also it's something I want to convey and project and expand with it. So online, we know it's already online, so that's already given. That's the reason why I put the word online, or else I'll put offline, or I won't even put the word online if it's just a business out there. Okay, the word profits I already mentioned. I'm showing you guys this so that you guys can earn a living, and eventually part-time, full-time, however way you want to go with it. There's some kind of profit that you're going to gain from it. Okay? But this is the first word is what I want to mention. This word right here, mighty, that's the word. I didn't put in there that word mighty for no reason. That word mighty is almost like my little catchphrase thingy. So if I put that word mighty, it's actually going to emphasize more stronger, like when you remember something. If I say the word game, if I just put the word profits online, you can probably type it in, a dozen people have that. But if I add the word mighty, only certain things come up. And the word mighty is actually almost like a catchphrase that is like a grabber. That's the reason why I use the word mighty. Mighty also project as my brand, also for you guys to remember, oh, you know what, this guy is actually a Mighty Profits Online. It's not just only a Profits Online brand. He's mighty. So mighty belongs almost like to him in that field. But the why mighty is like, if you just think about profits, you're just gaining money or some kind of money influence from what you're doing. It's money that's gained. But if the word mighty, it's kind of like a spicing it up, so to speak. You don't want to like sound boring too. If you just put the word profits online, chances are you'll have like 1 or 2 viewers, couple of viewers come look at it. But if you put the word mighty in there, which I hope you guys don't do the same thing, but you guys are gonna come up with your own. You can come up with wild profits online. Exciting profits online. Make sure it's not taken, Or if you like surfing, why not? Surfing profits online. Make sure you put that word that emphasize that they'll remember. So you know what? Last time I went to his YouTube channel, I forgot what's the guy's name. Even if they forgot your name is Thomas, Peter, Edward, they will still remember. Oh, you know what? It has something to do with mighty. I remember now. So as soon as they type in the first word Mighties, YouTube actually, it saves those words in those categories. It pops up. It will give you alternatives, and it gives them a chance to come back and remember. And also, I keep telling you guys, if you like the video, just hit the like and subscribe button so you don't have to go down that route. So you can always have my videos, tips, and tutorials right in front of you. So that's a lot to say about the branding. But if you guys have any further questions or any questions about the branding or to myself, just send me an email. I will address it in one of the next following videos. But again, I hope this is going to help you out with the term branding and how to brand your own brand online or in life as a business. Hopefully these tips are going to help you, but these are my actual tips that I came up with. And it wasn't easy to come up with my own brand. I actually took like almost, you'll say about a good 3-4 weeks, about a month, to come up with this, because for me, I'm kind of picky. I want to come up with something that is not just throw it out there. I want to come up with something that's meaningful. So I came up with like a list of 100 names, and then all of a sudden I narrowed it down to 50, and then narrowed down to 25, and then narrowed down to 15, and then eventually 10, and then the top 5. And then from the top 5, I select the best one that I really like, that I want to convey something with my brand. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome here, and please hit the like and subscribe button to be a member. And any of the upcoming videos you'll also see directly from me. Until then, have a great day, and see you guys Mighty Pros on the next video. Thank you.